I think it's about who carries the...
So they're really difficult issues. I mean, the legacy of slavery.
The problem, we don't know yet.
Just have a brain session and brainstorm.
I need to look older.
Okay, thank you so much for speaking to us today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you. Of the play. So, you know, it explores lots of things, and love and sexuality and relationships, but also the notion that in America people...
Yeah, I think it's creating a space where people can feel heard.
We had our first blackout night the other night. Going to the theatre since I was young with my mum, I've only ever really known predominantly white audiences. It is still a...
To see...
Reeves is certainly delighted to be the first woman Chancellor. But for Labour and for all of us, there is an awful lot riding on her success or her failure. Yesterday, I went to number 11.
So I am getting used to it, but...
Work ahead of you, however. You asked officials almost as soon as you arrived to give you a sort of warts and all verdict on the state of the public finances. What have you found out that you didn't know?
Officials that first weekend after the election to do...
Example, the information about when we're expecting is more than the former government had budgeted to update the rules in 100 billion. You mentioned hanging on a portrait looking down on them above the desk. Have you decided who you're going to put on your wall? Rachel Reeves, Chancellor, thanks very much indeed for speaking to us today. What was going on in prisons? We know the former Justice Secretary, your old colleague. But for Labour and for all of us, there is an awful lot riding on her success or her failure. Yesterday, I went to number 11. To all my guests today, and of course to you for your company. Victoria will be here next week, so that is nearly it from me for the summer. As ever though, I'll be with you again here on September the 8th, same time, same place. But as promised, here is Nicola to say goodbye.
I want you to directly
answer this question.
I will answer your question. I will answer. But we would...
Robert Jenrick, who's very likely to run, has said that that was a key failure of the party. He thinks there should... You wouldn't be able to do tax cuts in the autumn. Is that true, or do you deny the Treasury said you wouldn't have been able to do it this autumn?
I don't mini budget, but Partygate and other things meant we lost our reputation
of slavery.
Whether or not that's a challenge in interracial relationships, that would be the right story.
No idea.
900 is... Some people watching, though, and in fact the former Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, felt that actually it's very divisive in the UK in 2024 to say, oh, tonight... Okay, of course, lots of people watching this know you as Johnson.
I'm kind of terrified. I mean, it's sort of...
...in front of maybe one